Here's how to bar lace Nike blazers so they slip on. Start by taking your lace, and we're going to feed each lace end down into the two very bottom eyelets here on either side, from above like this. So pull that one through, but don't pull it through all the way. Chuck it out the way. Swap to the other one, and feed that lace end down in the other side. And again, don't pull it through all the way. Instead, once you've done that, take a hold of the two laces in your hands, make sure they're equal length. Then grab the sneaker and pull all that excess lace through. And what this will mean is your laces will come out of equal length. If they haven't, don't worry about it. Just take a minute to make sure your laces are equal length before we start. Just pause the video. Great. Then we're going to keep a hold of this lace. And what we're going to do for bar lacing is we're going to skip an eyelet on this side, and instead we're going to focus on the third one here up from the bottom, and we're going to take this lace end and bring it up into it from underneath, if that makes sense. So pull that through until you've got it looking like this, and then we're going to bring this lace over the sneaker tongue and down into the corresponding eyelet on the other side. So that will be the third one up from the bottom on this side. Pull it through and we'll have a bar there. And then we're going to fill in these two empty holes here with the other lace. So take the other lace and we're going to bring the lace end up into this one first on this side from underneath. Just peel back the side and pull it up through. And then we're going to fill in the other hole on the other side to make another bar. So just bring that lace end down into it and pull that all the way through. If your laces get any twists, don't worry about it, just take a second to undo it. It happens all the time. Now keep in mind that you can pause the video as often as you need or play on a half speed. There's literally no rush, go at your own pace. Now we're going to keep a hold of this lace and we're going to repeat what we just did. We're going to skip an eyelet on this side and instead focus on the one just above that. And we're going to bring our lace end up into it from underneath, like this. Awesome. Then we're going to take it over the sneaker tongue and down into the corresponding lace eyelet on the other side, like this. Great. And then we're going to do what we did before with the other lace. So swap to this one and we're going to fill in these two holes. So take this lace end up into this one first from underneath, pull it through, and then we're going to bring it over the sneaker tongue and down to fill in the empty one here. Looking good. Then take this lace end and just feed it underneath this bar here to make sure it's got free range of movement. And we're going to repeat the pattern again, guys. We're going to skip this eyelet here and instead focus on the one above it. So bring that lace end up through it from underneath. Looking good. And then we're going to bring it down into the corresponding eyelet on the other side. Now it does help when you get to this point because the shoe gets a little bit narrower and it might affect the length of your bars if you shove a pair of socks down behind the sneaker tongue if you have one on hand. If not, don't worry too much about it, but just be aware your bars may come out a little bit smaller and you might have to adjust them. Awesome. Swap back to this other lace and we're going to take the lace end and fill in the holes. So bring it up through this one first from underneath and take it over the sneaker tongue and down into the empty eyelet on this side. Looking good. And then we're going to take the lace end, feed it underneath this bar so it can move. And we're going to repeat that pattern again. Skip this eyelet, focus on the one above it, bring the lace end through it from underneath, bring it over the sneaker tongue, down into the corresponding eyelet on the other side. Looking good. And then we're just going to pop this lace end out the way. Swap back to the other one and we're going to fill in the holes. Bring the lace end up through it from underneath, over the sneaker tongue and down into the next empty eyelet on the other side. Pull it through. And then what we're going to do is just feed it underneath this lace here. And then we're going to do something a little bit different to fill in the top holes. Because there's not a hole to skip this time, there's only this one left. We're going to take the lace end up through it from underneath. And then we're going to bring it over the sneaker tongue and down into the final eyelet on the other side here. Looking good. Now, what you might want to do here is just adjust your bars so that they're all sitting of equal distance between each other, like I'm doing here. And when that's looking nice and good, take these lace ends and I'm going to show you what we're going to do with them. You can tie them into a little loose knot. And then we're just going to tuck that knot down inside the sneaker, behind the sneaker tongue, and it'll just sit out of sight and it'll mean your pattern won't come loose. Now those laces are really soft, it shouldn't bother your foot at all, and it'll mean that you can just slip your foot in and out of the shoe each time without the need for tying. Repeat on the other sneaker and you'll have a really awesome pair of bar lace Nike Blazers. If you found the info in this video helpful, please hit the like button for me to help it reach more people, and consider subscribing for more sneaker lacing content. I have tons of videos available for you guys. Thanks!